I'm Chris, this is Darlo to the Prem. The sun's out, it's in my face, and we are unbeaten. So we have had quite the run since you've been away. We have lost a game. We lost to Man City in the FA Cup. We didn't play a particularly strong side, and it was the last time we played a 4-2-4. After that, we switched to a 4-2-3-1, and as you can see, we've beaten Burnley, beat Coventry, beat Birmingham, beat Preston, beat Ipswich, beat Derby, beat Bristol City. Hopefully we'll beat Wolves. So we've been on quite an impressive run, and the reason we've changed is we've made a few transfers. So out of the club has gone during January. Look, some youngsters, and then Paxton Aronson. He was unhappy, he wanted a new contract. The SH Port in China came in with a £12.75 million offer for him. Snapped their hands off, thank you very much. Immediately after that, Joshua King, Celtic, came in for him and offered 8.25. It's like, yeah, thank you very much. He's decent, but has never been particularly prolific. He's got 2 in 5 for Celtic. He had 10 goals. He had 10 goals about 10 games ago, so he didn't score for us. He was doing all right. He's putting some work in, getting some assists and whatnot, but it was like a chance to lose Mr. King. Great. Dale Fry went off on loan to Blackburn. Dowie Williams, who came back on loan at Crewe to go out to Bristol Rovers. Charlie MacArthur is sort of a spare part. He was complaining, so we sold him for 2.1. And then Fonkel. So he's obviously come in. He's done well. What did he have? 12 goals in 22 appearances for us. So he's actually scored more goals than Josh King, and was doing rather well. But it was basically a decent loanish coming in, optional future fee. So that gave us a few quid, and if he does well there, hopefully he signs. Mikhail Rosiak, we also had a bid for him right on at the start of the transfer window, and it was agreed, and he left on the 1st of Feb. So we had quite a clear out, and inbound we spent some money. So we signed this guy, Kyan Coke Mills Smith. What a name, Coke Mills Smith. 2.2 million from Reading. He played 3 games, got an assist, and got injured. Broken ankle, 2 to 4 months now. We sent him off to a specialist. He's pretty much done for the season. So that was the Paxton Aronson replacement. We also brought in Jace Fitzgerald, a young central midfielder. He's got the ability to, he's saying Leading Championship now, he was saying Premier. So he's come in, and he's basically part of Trim Patino. We signed Elliot Wood after letting Fonkel go. So £240,000. He's a youngster. He's not as tall, but he looks half decent. He got 2 goals on his second appearance for us. So he's doing rather well. It's him and Scully up front. They sort of take it in turns. Max Williams, we brought him in on loan. We took over a loan. He was at loan with Notts County. He's doing all right there. We brought him in, and he's got 4 assists in 4 games. So he's not done too badly for us. So we are now a little bit overloaded on the left because having lost Coke Miles Smith, we signed this fella, Joe Ndala, former Man City player. He's had 2 starts and 1 sub appearance. He so far hasn't set the world on fire, but he's starting to get match fit now. So hopefully we'll see the best of him. The one thing I have done is made a boo-boo with him, and I've matched Tyson with Nicholas. It was a mistake. I wasn't supposed to have done that. I just didn't notice it and didn't take it out. Tom Parker. Okay, we've signed this guy. He must be in the under. He is. He's in the under 18. So, I was wondering. I thought I'm sure I've signed somebody else, and there it is, Tom Parker. We'll leave him in the under 18s for the time being. We don't need him at the moment. We've got Nicky Deacon a little bit unhappy that he's basically after Joel and Darlo came in. Nicky Deacon says, "Is that going to affect my playing time?" I said, "No," because quite frankly, Nicky Deacon's a left back for me. So I never envisaged that happening, but unfortunately, he's got a little stomp on, so we've got to make sure we play him now. Once he's happy, we can then drop him and get Jeffers back in the side. The other bit of news is Dada Mascol. He is joining Levante for 14.75 million. It was like, they were interested. I just spoke to the agent. He says, "Oh yeah, Levante will come in for a 14.5. Invite it. It's like, yes, please. A freebie. £14.5 million profit. Thank you very much. And he's still here until the end of the season. So ticks all the boxes. He's not going to be good enough next season if we get promoted. So fantastic. So yeah, that's the bit of work we've been doing. And like I say, with the schedule as it is, winning those games, the championship now looks like this. We are 10 points in front of Sheffield United, who are a further 5 points ahead of Luton, and another point ahead of today's opponents, Wolves. So, all being well, if we get something out of this Wolves game, then we are doing pretty well. We've certainly broken our points record. This is our best ever. And hopefully we can keep the run going long enough to actually secure promotion. And that way next season we will be in the Prem and we will have our shiny new ground. That will be undersized for the demand. But right, let's get on, and I'll now pick the side for the Wolves game, and we'll catch you back up for kickoff. Right, so here's today's team. Then we have Winting goal. Lorenz, Jennings, Montolio and Deacon make up the back four. Patino and Fitzgerald. We just want to change him back to a defensive role. Are our central midfielders. We've gone with 3 in behind the striker, and we're just playing a little bit asymmetric with Max Williams down on the left, Fev on the right, Burns as the shadow striker behind the target man, Scully. So Mark Scully now has 10 league goals. One other bit of news. Patino was unhappy, wanted a new contract, and we tried to offer him one. He got injured as well. We couldn't agree for 2 rounds of negotiation. So I put him on the transfer market just to see if anyone would come in for him. There's a couple of loan offers, but that was it. After the transfer window closed, we offered him a new contract. He signed it. And then, obviously, our man, Darlo, matched his earnings. So that's where, when I suddenly realised this, oh no, I've made a mistake. But, okay, here we go. Into the game. And it's an important one against one of the best teams in the league in Wolves. The one other thing of note is this is about the first year we haven't had any postponed. I don't know how it's happened or why it's happened. Perhaps, perhaps building the new stadium has put an umbrella over our ground. Who knows? Whatever it is, we haven't lost any fixtures to that or an FA Cup run. Talking the FA Cup run, the Manchester City game earned us $1 million in gate receipts. I think we earned $500,000 against Newcastle in the Carabao Cup. So 2 big fixtures. And obviously with all the players that we've sold and another 14.75 going out the door soon, it's looking quite pretty. I think we've got about £9 million in budget left and about 50 grand in weekly wages and goal conceded. Let's fire them up. Getting sloppy again. Loren's not having the greatest of games. I'm persisting with him, but I don't think he's going to be good enough, so it's one of those. Should I bother persisting with him? One of my best. Let's get Kevin Fisher in. The other bit of news is Marvin Egley, who was on loan at Bristol Rovers, has come back and is performing well. And look, he's actually go in there. Let's do it as a defence. So yeah, he's had one start and now 3 sub appearances or 4 sub appearances, and he's done really well. So he hasn't looked out of place. So it's certainly been a positive bringing him back in. We probably won't see it today, but we have been sharpening up with our set pieces. So we've got I can't even expect a goal from almost a set piece there. As Fev shoots from a tight angle. Let's give him a focus now. Williams is tiring. Good job, we've got our man there. Let's swap him over to his poacher. Make the midfield a little bit more symmetrical. Burns has been playing quite well recently, but we'll see what happens now. We'll leave it like that for the time being. Hospitable from Patino. Thankfully, it was a substitution highlight and not a proper highlight, he says, as the highlight continues. So Wint's back in goal today. He'd been out injured for 3 weeks, just as my other keeper came back from an injury himself. So we've been fortunate, the 2 of them. Their injuries didn't overlap. Patino is now tired, and this is where it becomes more difficult. We still have Petrudo to come on, so he can or we can play him as an advanced playmaker, or even attack with him. We'll push on and try and get an assist. Oh, I've done all my subs. Okay, I can't count. And to be fair to Deacon, he's what, 7.5 today? Oh dear. Didn't see you pass that. I wasn't paying attention. Right, let's go attacking. Let's demand more. Ideally, we want to get a draw out of this. Yeah, Deacon a 7.5, so he is playing well with his grump. If Ndala, get a tune out of Ndala as well, that'll be even better. Perfect time for an assist. No, okay. So, yeah, our set pieces haven't been great today. We haven't played great today, and we've lost to Wolves again. But the one crumb of comfort is we still have a 7-point gap over Sheffield United. So, at least there's that. Right, I'm not going to show you the Millwall game. You don't need to see the bottom of the table. And we'll be back. What was the other game we were going to show? Probably the Forest game. I was thinking of Salford. Because Salford, for some reason, a historic reason, have a fierce rivalry with Darlington. So it's all salty on their side. On our side, it was on there, wasn't it? Our fierce rivals are Hartlepool. No mention whatsoever of Salford, so it's quite a nice, bitter, one-sided rivalry. So we could show that one. Where are Forest now? Well, they're back up into the playoffs. I'll see what happens in the next couple of games. So we'll either be back for Forest, unless they drop off, and then we'll do otherwise we'll do the Salford one. Right, so we're back a little bit later. Rather than the Forest game, we've gone for the Luton game. Luton a bit further up the league. They've got a few more points, and it's away from home, and our home form have been quite good. So since the Wolves debacle, we've beaten Millwall at home, Salford away, then we were dreadful against QPR, lost 2-0, and then we've come back and beaten Forest. So how it looks is we've got a rather large lead at the top of the table, and we've also guaranteed our best ever finish, and probably about 4 more wins will guarantee us the title. So things are looking rosy if we can continue the current form. So we have Luton Town today. Let's get the team picked and crack on with the match. Right, here we go. The team for today then. Winting goal. We've got Lawrence, Jenkins, Montolio and Deacon as the back four. Deacon's in because he's still got his little unhappy Paddy face on. Patino and Fitzgerald in midfield. Burns is the shadow striker. And Darlo and Muyama and the wings with Scully up top. Other than that, it's been a fairly settled side. We've been swapping Egley in every once in a while. Catrino comes in for Burns. And it's then Fave or Muyama on the right wing. Neither of them are particularly good. So we'll probably have to move on for both of those in the summer, which will be fun. See who we can loan them to. Right, let's get on with the game. Let's give them an early focus, because we certainly didn't against QPR. Do things differently from the QPR game. I'll take a point now. Probably won't get it. $18,743 inside. I assume it's Kenilworth Road. It could be the Luton Town Stadium. And that's the goal to Luton. Oh, I'm guessing we're going to be win one, lose one, win one, lose one the rest of the way, which should be fun for me. It's getting so close. It's within touching distance, and it's a young, inexperienced team, so we need to hopefully get some exuberance of youth on the field that might well actually say, hang on, we can do this. Lauren's playing well, but I don't really want to change him out. Let's see how we get on. Let's fire him up. 3 shots on target. Oh, we've gone up to a 0.1 XG. That's been particularly useful. Right, we're demanding more. It's all going off in here. What a strike. That's his second goal. The first one was 30 yards, that one's 20 yards. He doesn't score tap-ins by the looks of it then. That was a little bit closer, but ooh, still one hell of a strike. It's the Patino to Jennings combination on this long throw has been doing all the damage. And then a bit of pinball wizard in the box. Right, let's get Egley on for Fitzgerald. Williams for Darlo. He's getting tired. And Jeffers for Deacon. We've still got one more sub after this. We can decide Patino or Burns, really. We're being told Patino, so we'll just change into an attacking midfielder, right? Let's give him a bit of encouragement, see if we can get it. Oh, here it goes. The dog really doesn't like moving. But there's a point. A valuable point. Point closer to the goal. Let's just sympathise with him today. Let's not be too harsh. So if we look at the table now, we've got a 13-point lead over Sheffield United. So, and they have a further 2 points over Wolves. So, with what, 6 games left? Seven. I've got enough fingers. 7 games left. 3, maybe 4 wins. We'll see how we get on. We'll probably aim for the Sheffield United game. I think they're quite high up. They are. I did mention them. So we'll aim to come back for the Sheffield United game, and we'll see what happens. Obviously, we've got 3 games in between. Those 3 games, if they all win and Sheffield United and Wolves lose, then that might change the picture a bit. But I'll keep an eye on it. But most likely we'll be back for Sheffield United and then maybe Oxford. Right, if you like that, give us a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button. And hopefully we'll see you next time. Thanks for watching. Hello.